Alright, so for my next build, I thought that I could float a hot air balloon right up over the village right here. It's going to be a nice central item that lets you see the village from far away, and it's going to be just a big colorful thing floating up here in the sky. Let's go and put that together. I have this nice little hill overlooking the village and the tower that there in the background, and there's like a little pond over there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hot air balloon kind of moored on some kind of stand at this point, and it'll kind of swing out and float above the little pond there. How do I get that shape right? So I found this shape generator, and it's kind of cool. You can take these little kind of control points and build out maybe what kind of sort of looks like a hot air balloon here. But to me, there wasn't enough control points to like actually build out the balloon shape that I wanted. Like you only can go so far before you hit your wall there. So this kind of works. Got like a balloon shape there, and you can change kind of these different widths here to make a little bit bigger shape or whatever. So this was kind of cool. I probably could have done it with this. So I came into Cinema 4D here, and just using the basic tools here, it lets you draw a shape. And you can use more control points or as many control points as you want. So I kind of just adjusted out my balloon shape here. And I use 4 control points, which is like double what that other little software was going to let me use. And then just using the Cinema 4D tools, I created my balloon 3D object. And then the next step was creating basically a cube of blocks that let me fill that shape or that cube with match it only where it was intersecting with that other shape. So that gave me this Minecraft style blocks balloon shape. And then so what I'm going to do is just take this shape and using some tools, I'm going to break out each layer, map out each layer, and then I'll just have some images that I can go by step and build out the balloon. So let's show you how that's done. All right, so the balloon will probably be straight up here. Let's see how scaffolding works underwater. Oh, look at that. You can build it underwater. Perfect. It's kind of centered right between, there's a tower, there's some farms, the actual town, Mike's tower over there. There's kind of nothing on this side. So this is kind of centered. This would be great. All right, so here I am putting the tower together. It took quite a while to get it all done, even though I had it all mapped out and planned. Had to use plenty of scaffolding. I probably fell off of the darn thing like 8 times. But I just went around layer by layer following my plan that I made in Cinema 4D, getting the whole balloon together. Took quite a bit of wool, and initially I had planned on maybe putting a band of color around the balloon, but then as I was working I totally forgot to swap colors out. So I ended up with one red balloon, which I think is fine. As you can see, it took me about 10 minutes to do each round there. 10 minutes is 1 day in Minecraft, so it's quite a few days. This is where I'm closing up the top of the balloon. This turned out to be a little bit harder because I kept having to adjust my scaffolding as I moved inward. Here's where I closed out the top. And then once the balloon was finished, I wanted to do some little touch-ups and little fixes on my basket and everything. The first thing I did was come inside the balloon. And I really didn't think that it would be this dark in here, but I wanted to add some lighting so that, maybe from below it looked like your flame was in your balloon. I added a few extra lights just to keep the creepers out. So that's the inside of the balloon all lit up. And then down below, I decided to add a flag So I hung a few hanging vines. I really couldn't think of what would look like strings or ropes hanging down. So I threw a few vines on there. I thought maybe that would add to the material look. And then I started working on this flag. First time I built a flag like they do. And then after I got the flag done, I basically built my tether. That took a little bit of doing just because it was such a long piece of fencing there. I used fence for the rope. So I moored my balloon down to the ground over there. Then I realized my flag needed a little extra work, so I came and touched up the flag. And that's the final balloon. It worked out really well. Here's some different views from parts of the city where you can see the balloon in the background. Basically, it's up there from all around, so it really achieved its goal of being the landmark that gets you over to the village.